John Wall gets a buyout with the Rockets, sacrifices a little money. I think it was $6 million I read, in order to do it.
Clippers.
Yeah, within 2 seconds it comes out with the Clippers. I thought that this was I thought you weren't allowed to do this.
I don't know. What are our rules, Chris?
Well, might have cost the Bucks Bogdanovich once upon a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, I would have thought that teams were a little more frightened about this, especially when, there was all the hullabaloo about the Kyle Lowry and whatnot last year. Lonzo Ball, right? That one was out there as, teams having problems with it. And so this is the kind of thing where it's like, well, hold on now. Like, yeah, he got bought out, but how has he already figured out where he's going? So not, if you're Adam Silver, not great, but it's either here or there. I don't think that there was going to be a monster market for Mr. Wall. That being said, I'll tell you what, Kev, there's a lot of injury, what could happen here, risk, but you think about that Clippers team healthy. Even if Wall is not, best version of John Wall, if he's just solid, I've talked about in the past about, can he be the kind of guy that moves into the Derrick Rose portion of career? In fact, I think that's a reasonable model, is the Derrick Rose model, who is still an incredibly effective winning player right now. John Wall, Reggie Jackson, Norm Powell, Luke Kennard, Paul George, Robert Covington, Kawhi, the Morris twins, Zubac, Batum. I mean, God, that's a hell of a roster, man. That is a hell of a roster.
I still believe in John Wall.
I kind of do too. And I think this is the perfect, absolutely perfect scenario.
And the reason why is because it's so much easier to envision him in that type of role than like Russ, the failure of Russ with the Lakers. With John Wall, he has shot 38% on catch and shoot threes throughout his entire career, slightly above average, right? So he can play off of Kawhi and Paul George successfully. He's been an attentive cutter, and in certain scenarios, sometimes he's hand on his knees and he's super lazy and he doesn't move. That was prime John Wall when he wasn't moving off ball, but I'd love to see him when he's actually, attentively focusing off ball. He's shown he can with Kawhi and George, and maybe we'll see that more often. And then defensively, I mean, who knows what level he's going to be. It's like such a wild card. We don't know, but at least he can pass the ball. At least he can spot up and shoot, and you hope he's going to be attentive off ball playing with those other guys as well, because they're going to have the ball in their hands a ton, obviously.
Yeah, like all the stuff he's not good at, he doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't need to carry the load anymore.
I mean, okay, you need to. There's just so little pressure on you when those are your two wings. Oh, there's a guard that's busting our ass. Okay, now Kawhi guards him. Oh, Paul George guards him. I'm hiding you over here, right? Like all of the things like that. So that's on the defensive end. On the offensive end, the guy is a great passer. He don't have to score for that team, right? Just keep the ball moving. Just set the table. Run the high pick and rolls. Set the table for everybody. Every once in a while, attack the basket. And he hadn't played in forever. He should be healthier now. Maybe we'll get an Al Horford, renaissance.
It really is amazing how much we haven't seen John Wall since 2019. It's incredible. Or really was it even 2018 when the injury happened?
No, I saw him in Houston a couple times.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying we haven't really seen him since then. Yeah, it was December 26, 2018 when he got hurt with the Wizards. That was his last game, and then he played only 40 games with Houston. So we've only seen him play 40 games in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 so far. Only 40 games.
Wow. Last time I saw him in person, he still had like real burst. But again, I haven't seen him forever. And I'm saying that's when he was playing with the Rockets. And I'm like, man, he looks good. Like he can still like blow past guys. I do feel a lot like the Rose scenario, which is, can you be like Derrick Rose is a totally reasonable guy to have in your guard rotation that could really be helpful. And so kind of move into that savvy veteran stage of your career. A guy was immensely talented. And yeah, it's never going to be all NBA guy again, but you could be super solid and helpful guy again. I think it's a good get for the Clippers for sure, and I think it's a great situation for him. I am unsurprised that would be the pairing.